Hello everybody, and welcome back to Minecraft. Now, let's state the obvious. This is not my original version. It is Minecraft 1.19.4, but more importantly, it's Forge. Meaning, we're playing modded, as you see. The mods are herein. Explorer's Compass is a compass that can tell you where to go, where you can find something. Just enough items. Everyone knows this. It's a list of all the items that exist, and in this case, you cannot spawn them. Enchantment transfer allows you to transfer enchantments. Very useful. Apple skin shows you how much saturation and how much hunger something will recover. It will also show you how much of your health bar will be gained back by the amount of saturation you have, I think. Patchouli is a thing mainly for books, libraries, and such, for mods like Croptopia. Croptopia shows a lot of stuff. Again, all of these are through CurseForge. I'm using CurseForge to do this. Croptopia adds a bunch of crops and adds, just a bunch of crops. Not really too many tools. There's a few items that combine with them that are like, pans, pot, stuff like that. Crop proofing mod just makes it easier to plant crops. Clumps XP. Journey map is very good, very useful. It is a map that I will get into later. XP tomes hold like 30 levels of XP. Traveler's backpack is a backpack mod, of course. It has different tiers to it, so you upgrade the backpack itself to be able to hold more items and also have more items on a toolbar-esque thing that you can swap between using a specific button. Nature's Compass is a sister mod to Explorer's Compass, except instead of structures, it is biomes. Anyway, I say we get into a new world. Now, I am allowing cheats for one purpose and one purpose only, to make my life a lot easier. Because if I am correct, if you add cheats, allow cheats, and have journey map, you can teleport to your waypoints. You can place waypoints on the map anywhere, literally anywhere, but I'm going to use them for places I've been to. So I might place one where I'm going to go to and actively go to. Like, usually, if I see a village, I'll mark it on the map and then go to it. And then that'll justify me being able to use the waypoints. I will pretty much be only using the waypoints for home bases. For bases I have, like homes, such, and villager villages. So, yeah. Pretty important. Alright. Anywho, nothing else is being added to. Is literally just allowing cheats so I can teleport between the waypoints. And again, it will only be villages and bases. I have to build a lot of bases and find villages. Alright. Proceed. These settings are experimental. Yeah, except I'm not going to be updating this version of Minecraft. Let's go. Fun fact. I had a failed recording of this. Oh no. I'm in an acacia biome. Damn it. It put me up here, so I'm taking forced damage. Really? Okay, well, the first recording failed. Not failed as in, fail, but failed as in, What? Excuse me? Well, at least that'll allow me to show you this. Yes, if you have cheats enabled, you can teleport to them. So I'm going to be using that once I get them. But oddly enough, it kept the one from the previous save. I guess it was named the same. The only difference was the seed. So it just kept it on the map because it still had the data for that map. Anyway, we're just gonna grab a few pumpkins and then be on our way into preferably a better biome. So, journey map is very useful. I'll get into it without looking at it. So, you can check out like the different layers of locations. It allows you to see quite a lot. Actually, I should look for crops. I think those are hops. Yeah, so you can see the topographical map, you can see just the biome, where the biome is. Yep, that is hops, which sucks, because it's not that good of a crop to get first. Olives are pretty good, though, which is cool. Even more olives, better. Kiwis are pretty good. So yeah. We gotta go find a place to make our base, which will probably be in this stupid plains, because these stupid plains are gonna be stupid plains. So first off, as you can see, we are already in the Croptopia section of stuff. We have all these crops that we can find around the place. We also have... we can make a bunch of stuff, like we can make an orange tree, which I'm going to do, because I'm getting rid of this one, and I'll want to keep it on me. So, yeah, right-clicking on them gives it to you, with or without the crop reaping mod. Crop reaping mod is more like, if you right-click on a crop, it will place a seed from that crop. It's just a useful tool. Man, I wish I picked a better tree. Hey look, an orange tree dropped an apple. Isn't that weird? Alright, we got a sapling. We need a few more though, to be honest. Sticks are also good, especially since we need those. Crafting bench, and we can already craft what we need, which is an axe. Move that. Break that. Maybe... Hi! Mustard. Yeah! Journey map is still a good thing. I will be using it for teleportation, but pretty much... And just a useful resource, as you see, because I was able to find this plains, like, super quickly, in comparison to having to look out into the horizon. But even then, there's still... I would love to build my base there, but the fact is, I still have to wait for all these damn trees to break. I should break that apple tree. I should 100% break that apple tree. But, more importantly, I'm grabbing any and all... Oh! Also, you kind of have to, not be holding something in order to, actually get them. So if you're holding, like, a tool, it will just drop it on the ground. But if you're holding, I think... Oh, wrong button. If you're holding the fruit itself, then it will allow you to just do stuff. I'm gonna just grab a bunch of stuff, and then... I should craft a pickaxe so I can make a thing, and I should make a little tiny hut as well. Alright. Get a few of those. Get some of those, and get one of these. And then... Do that. Run back over. Not get a single sapling. And hello, coal. Unfortunately, I'm here for stone. So yeah, clarity. Originally, I wasn't going to use the clarity. Aw, damn it. I could barely even tell. This stuff is crazy. Yeah, so instead I'm using clarity instead of the one I was going to use, which was Jickless. Jickless is another good one, but there's a little bit of graphical issues. So I decided against it. Actually, in theory, I probably could, because the main graphical issue I was having is a very minor one. So hold on. The only issue I was really having was the title screens got janky lettering. That was the only issue I received. So I may swap between them because they do look good, but honestly, this one will be a lot easier for me to like scout out like objects and see them, because I mean, still look at this. Also, whatchamacallit, this resource pack actually works 100% with Silder shaders. It is back on CurseForge. I believe the CurseForge page. He recommends Silder's shaders. I need to go to that apple tree. So I'm going to that apple tree so I can cut it down. Because, apples are a very good source of food, and I can get 2 of them and make it apple tree again. Is it any? It is any. Yeah, so as long as it's not a tool, it won't drop it. Alright, so let's do the stupid thing. Put that there, make an apple tree. Put this here, make a peach tree. And yeah, so there's a lot. We will be... Hi. Just a normal ass tree. Oh. I fucked up. Well, that's a problem, but not my fault. Actually, it was entirely my fault, but, you know, it's a joke. I have killed off this bee, because I've killed off these bees because I'm an idiot. I think we might be able to spawn another one, is a good thing. But more importantly, I have to start looking into placing a house, which is a little bit problematic because, well, as you see, of course, chili pepper. Alright, and then crafting table, and then let's just start. Ooh, pepper. Let's just start. You know what? Let's live by the... Let's live by here. Craft ourselves a shovel. And start digging. Move that mustard. Move that there. Wrong button. And let's start building immediately. Let's build a tiny little hut. We'll get all the specifics later. We'll get a bigger hut later. We just need to build a fort. A fortification real quick. We'll make it better. Don't worry. We just need something temporarily to survive the night. Unfortunately, you were joking, right? Oh, well, that's the wrong button. Alright, well, in theory, we just need big enough not to see us. Because what if I told you I 100% need to craft I need to get more materials just in general. Alright, I haven't dropped that tree. I can turn it into a thing. Let's place down our furnace. We can't really easily craft something. Let's take half of that. Do that. And craft this into a double wide. Actually, I need those saplings. Let's put all of our crops away for now. And we're gonna have to sit here throughout the night. Oh, speaking of things I need to do. Cool, anyway, that's gonna be used to make the rest. Oh, one thing. I have dynamic lighting set on, and also, this texture pack does use, it, has a cosmetic light up the world. Also, yes, I still have my skin, because it's Minecraft. It remembered my skin. Yeah, it's a problem. Not ideal. We'll deal with that later. I gotta start planting trees, getting more wood, building this little hut, and then go into the mines, try and get iron, and go and shear some sheep. So yeah, I will see you at sunrise. Sounds like a temporary reason. To use all the resources at my disposal. Alright! Anyway, we'll build a better house. And I will see you in a bit. Alright? Thought I was joking? Yeah. No, I'm literally gonna be sitting here every time until we get a bed. No, I'm not joking. We're gonna do that. Anyway, back to sitting here waiting for daytime. Well, I guess now might be a perfect time because the game is gonna go into sunrise soon. But perfect time to tell you, this is how it works. So, at night, the minimap will change at night, as you saw, or in a cave, to be the night view. The night view is also based on lighting. So, it will actually light up as you place more torches. And that's why this little spot here is lit up, because of how it works. So, it's essentially like a top view of your whole entire world. What's that? Lava? Wow. You get to see a lot. It takes like about I don't know exactly how to put it. I should have really told you about it. It's based on mods. So it's based on the resource pack you have. So depending on what you have, if like sand looks different, it will look different on the map. So yeah. Also, yeah, it'll be like that. I have to go plant this as soon as the mobs start despawning, because I don't want to have to deal with any mobs at all. But yeah. Importantly, you can set her on screen to follow you. And then you can, 1, teleport to different locations, or 2, create a waypoint. In this case, we will call it home base, and then change the color to be like a dark green. And now there's a home base right here. Mobs should start despawning. As you see, everything looks different. And that's a zombie. And that's a dead zombie. Alright, so. Oh, great, another one. Another one bites the dust. Hi, Spooter. Alright, let's keep just chopping down trees. You know what? Let's put this right here for now. Ooh, I keep forgetting how powerful axes are. I usually don't use an axe, or I usually use an axe instead of a sword because of how much more damage it does. And usually I use the axe for stuff like this, like fighting and then like culling mobs, like when you have a farm. Not a typical farm, it's just a basic like, oh hey, a cow pen type thing. It's literally what I do, is a cow pen. Spider means no harm. Hello, random hole of nondescript origin. Well, luckily we're nearby. I'm still pissed, though, that our first death of the project is that soon. Hello, egg. Our first death of the project was immediate. I swear to God, if there is another one, I am going to be pissed. Well, that's going to waste all the dirt I collected. Filling this back in. But if I don't want people to scream at me, let me guess, I'm not going to have enough. I might as well just fill in this whole thing. You know what? Fuck it. You know what I will do? I will turn this into a puddle. That was still 100% bullshit. I'm still upset. You're joking, right? And of course. And I don't have the planks to just go make one. And I have to make a new crafting table. Because my main one is over at the base, and I'm cannot be bothered to go find it again. Alright, let's make a couple. Because obviously we need a couple. Alright. Alright, let's get rid of that. I believe this is a temporary, or this is the death one. So wherever you die, it'll place a beacon. Not a beacon. You know what it'll place. It'll place that wherever you die. Which will then tell you where you've died. So making life a whole lot easier to go find your dead body. I need normal saplings. Yeah, it's kind of the problem when you just make, oh hey, the 3 coal I mined earlier. I don't want to use frickin' acacia, but I'm having trouble getting... we're gonna be low on logs for a little bit because our frickin' trees are stupid. Am I an idiot? I'm cutting into my no, I'm not. This one is random, so we'll just cut this back down. Another important thing. Yeah, I am only going to be using the waypoints as teleport spots if I've already been there. So home base, I can go back to at any time I want to. But if I create one that is for a village that I have not physically been to yet, if I only see it on the map, then that's a different story. I will go back and I will change things and make it a whole. Because I need to take half of that and then do this, and then go up 1. Making this better. Hold on. Oh, alright. Ooh, where's you? There's you. You're like right here. Yes. Start putting more in. Oh, yeah, that is a slight problem. But modern problems require modern solutions. Let's just keep going. It doesn't matter. Okay, I know. It can smelt 8. You don't gotta tell me. I just gotta make sure that I can keep mobs from spawning on top of my house. So I'm putting 4 corners. Eventually we'll go back into the mines after I get a steady source, which will probably be that apple tree that we have. To be completely frank, we will be using that apple tree constantly until we can actually grow crops. Actually, now that I think about it, we can grow crops right now. But I'd be growing wheat, because wheat is the best out of what we have access to currently. So I do, be prepared. We will be having bread for a while. Especially with how things are going with this. It still sucks that I died immediately, but hey, what can you get? I get way too focused. And creepers are very, very quiet. Hi. You're a crop we don't have yet, which is nice. We love that. Alright, let's make the 4 corners of our house, except for these, and then we'll slowly start building out more of our foundation. So, might as well grab this, move the charcoal, and start placing more trees, because we need trees. Maybe clear out a little bit of this section so I can actually see where everything is. Maybe. Might be a good idea. Alright. I can technically start cropping. You get it. Oh, this is, sand. I thought it was salt. Damn. This is also sand. On the edges, it'll be a lot easier to find. But, This is sand. Sadly, won't give more FPS. Being salty won't add more stats. Yeah, so this is salt. It's salt. It's obviously a part of Croptopia. Well, as obvious as you could probably guess that it was added in Croptopia. Also, it's like the first thing that appears on the list in Just Enough Items for Croptopia, which is kind of weird. But more importantly, yeah, there's salt. Salt appears randomly in the ocean biomes, and it could be anywhere in the ocean areas. So that's cool. I sure am wasting stuff for someone who shouldn't be wasting stuff. Alright, so salt, we go that. Wheat seeds we can keep on us. Peaches I could eat. Apples stay with me. Gunpowder, I might as well craft. I can't craft another one, and I have to wait until all of the trees grow, because I'm an idiot. And I live in a biome right next to a frickin' savanna that I don't want any of the blocks from. Oh, and I can't even make the hose, so I can't even start making food. More importantly, it's gonna be nighttime again. Damn it. I didn't think I'd be using this again. Well, at least this place is encapsulated. So I will see you once sunrise. In a bit. Alrighty? I'll see you in a bit. And mute myself. What are you still doing here? You're supposed to be cut away to when sunrise. Still night. Go back. Man, I can't wait till we have a bed. Alright. Trees? Hold on. I need to start. Also, the placement does not match how actually lit up the area is. So, you know. It's still kind of bad. Also, we're still going to have this for a bit, but do not fret too much. Like, no trees grew in that time. Like, 2 trees grew, which is marvelous. Especially considering the fact I need to cut them down constantly for a little bit. Because I need a crap ton of charcoal to go into the mines and maybe make a, what I'm most likely going to do is make a strip mine style thing, because I'm weird. Not entirely strip mine. What I usually do is I just go in 4 cardinal directions. Really? That was it for both? Man. Well, at least I won't have to build my house anymore. For now. Because right now I can just get rid of all this. Get back this cobblestone. And then I go start making stone tools. Then I can start mining. Preferably once that apple tree grows, because once that apple tree grows, it's going to make life a whole lot easier. I just remembered I can make a very important contraption. You know what I can do? You know what I didn't think I could do, but just now realized I can do this? can make my farm across the water. I did this in the past on another crop, an old mod pack I made. A personal mod pack. So it was just like, or a mod collection that I used. That would allow me... What I did was I just crafted my, I crafted my farm on top of the actual, water. So instead of going, like, all out and dealing with how the thing works, I just put them all where they needed to be. So, you know. That's what made it easier. So obviously that's why I'm getting so much dirt right now, is because I can actually just build on top of here. Because I know how water works. So how water works is, water can support 4 blocks away from it. So say I do like this. So say I go from here. So if I do this and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I go 8 from here. I can then go without making this water source right here. This little specific one right here, which is right here, connected in this way. I can do this. And all of this along this side will still count towards both of these sides. Obviously, in this case, it doesn't matter, because I'm quite literally making this here. The only drawback is, well, one, I'm covering up a lot of actual real estate for existence. But two, this still requires a lot of materials. But more importantly, I can immediately start growing. And what's nice is it's far enough away that it's not going to be immediately, like, destroyed by farm animals. Because they'll have to get in the water first. And then now I can go back to reclaiming all of this wood. Oh, come on. Give me a tall one. That sucks. Maybe I'll just keep breaking it and respawning it. And I want one, I want the oak, but two, I want the tree. So what I can do is I can cut them down and then get the saplings again, which I completely forgot to do on the other two. But I can keep using the saplings, remaking the apple tree, and just getting every single one instead of letting it all grow. Making it easier for me to get both the wood and the saplings. Why haven't you despawned? Because I'm an idiot. That's why. I see. Yeah, and that makes a lot more sense. Me being an idiot makes a lot more sense. Anywho, that tree will go and get destroyed and slowly fall into the nothingness. Also, for those who don't know, back on the topic of crops, having them next to other types of crops is better than having them next to the same crop. Because it will take longer for them to grow. So say I go in here, let's just grab olives, and let's grab pepper. And let's grab kiwi. So in the case of this, instead of putting more wheat seeds down, we put these kiwis down, and then these olives, and then this pepper. That'll start growing on its own time, but it will grow faster because it's next to crops of different types. Now, I have noticed that the normal crops of Minecraft do grow faster than the Croptopia crops. I have noticed they grow slightly faster. I think they might have slightly different... weirdly, they might have slightly different coding for how fast they grow. Alright. I need to make that apple tree again. And I need to immediately place it down. Yeah, so nothing in your hand or a food object in your hand, and it will give it to you immediately. Go like right there. We will be trying to gather crops, just for convenience. I mean, we can get a bunch of bone meal that way. Make life easier in general. Hello, little wooden... Oh. Oh! Oh! So that's what's going on here. Alright, I think in technicality we could start making that strip mine I want to make. I think I'll make it right here. No, I think I'll make it right here. You know what? Screw it. Let's point in this direction to be a wee bit smarter. You know, I just remembered I have, like, no charcoal. Luckily, I have a decent bit of oak logs right now, so yeah. Let's just put those there. Alright, let's go back to making our mine. I believe this is enough. Yes. Yes, this is enough. Wow. Already connected to a little thing. Good to know. I see. Let's go cut this tree down. Because I said so. Is this a different tree? Nope, it's an orange tree. Bye, orange tree! See you later! Uh-oh, this tree isn't going to be gathered by me because it's going to despawn because how long night takes. Unfortunate. Too bad I already have oranges. So it quite literally doesn't matter to me. I also need to grow out and make this more. You know what I need to do? Put wooden slabs next to there. And then put torches on the slabs. You know why? Because that's how you make your place better. Here, let's just take half of that, put this half into that. Hit 20, put that there, put that there. No, I'm not placing them out optimally. I'm just placing them to place them so I can have less darkness. Because I want to live in this little ecosystem over here. There. That increases my chances of survival. Because there's way less for them to be at. Alright. Well, I guess it's time I leave you to, you know. You know what? I think I'm gonna end this episode here. So in the next episode, I'll probably start up from, when I, you know, when day rises again. Yeah, so videos are gonna be kind of like this. They're just gonna be randomly recorded, and then I'm gonna try and get as much footage as I can. Probably maybe like an hour's worth, but then I actually get enough for one video to be like 30 minutes-ish would be nice. But for now, it's gonna be a lot of waiting, so it gets real boring. I am going to end the episode here, and then I'm gonna wait until daytime, and then I'm gonna save and quit. So, you're not gonna miss anything. And then eventually I'll get this video edited, and then you'll see it, and you'll be surprised by it. But yeah. If you like this video, you can like it down below, you can comment, that's entirely up to you. If you like it enough that you want to subscribe, I would be happy if you did so. Because, yeah. And if you do choose to subscribe, I recommend you hit the bell notification to be notified. The bell icon, which will give you notifications for when I upload. Now, the system is kind of inconsistent. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. It depends on how you set your settings. So if it's set to personalized, it will do it, like, after a certain amount of time. But if you set it to all, I believe, it will do it as soon as it can possibly get the info that the video is live. But also, you'd be notified of, like, posts, anything else I do, like, personalized would give you live streams and stuff like that, if I did live streams on YouTube, which I don't do anymore. Because it was just slightly annoying, and I've been on Twitch for so long. Anywho, more importantly, I will hopefully see you in the next episode where we continue, you know, cutting down trees and making our little tunnel there. Alrighty, I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!